Hello there everybody, Sam'sTrains here, welcome back to Locomotion. I guess this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1 where we got this scenario started, check up in the top corner here and you can watch the first part. If you don't want to do that, then stay tuned, I'll give you a small update on what's been happening here. So we're in the UK during the 1930s, current date is 1935. We started off sort of in the, well, south of England really, where lots and lots of competition has sprung up. If you look at all these different coloured labels, each colour represents a different company, basically, which has sprung up in order to compete with me, which of course we can't have. So what I've done is I've moved to Ireland, where as you can see there is nobody at all, and that's what I've started. In fact, it's not quite true to say there's nobody, because we've got me, we've got a station there in Cork, and a station over here at this farm, and I reckon, well, I thought we'd perhaps try to develop Ireland a little bit and see if we can't create a bit of a monopoly over there. The objective is to achieve a company value of £300,000, and we're about 55% of the way there. I wonder if there's actually a way to actually look at our company value. Where is it? Not 100% sure. We'll have a look later on. Is this it? Is that it? Blimey, that shows you what we've hauled already. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there's me. Right, anyway, yeah, I'm not going to start looking at statistics because we need to get building really and see what's going on. So, there we go. So we basically paid off the loan last time, if I remember correctly. That's pretty good. So we've only got £1,500 on loan, which should really knock the payments for interest right down. So let's have a look at some of the other industries over here in Ireland. So it requires oil. I don't know that we've got any place that creates oil here. Producing coal, all that requires grain. Man, I said it last time, but this music's great and I love it. Requires oil. Producing chemicals. Gosh darn it. I don't know that there's any place that is actually producing oil. Can't see any in Ireland, but I've not seen any on the list. Is there any? Let's see. Producing coal, grain, iron ore, livestock, chemicals. Requires. So no. So I'm sorry, but whoever set up a business over here that requires oil is in for a bad time, because there is no oil in the whole of the UK or Ireland. Well, and Ireland obviously. So interesting. That should be interesting. That's producing coal. I don't know that there's a lot else we can really do here in terms of industry, which is probably why no one else has settled here apart from me. So I guess we could start a passenger system over here, which I suppose would be quite nice. How's this going? So that's producing an awful lot of grain, and this requires grain, these windmills, so I reckon we could perhaps do a bit of that. I don't know how this is producing grain because there are clearly livestock in those fields, but that's alright, we'll do that. So let's build round to there then. We're going to be going through baling slow, which is not a great thing, but there's not a lot I can do about that really. I suppose I could go around it, but never mind. So we're a lot more well off now. The company's got a lot more money behind it now, which is excellent. What's happened there? Oh, we're level with it. That was strange. I thought we were going to go underground then. Oh, hang on. What's this? That's producing livestock, right? Okay, that's good then. So there's a food processing plant there. And there might even be another one closer to it, which might be alright. But we won't do that right now. I've noticed there are some more windmills here, and that requires grain. Oh, well that's better. I'd rather do that really. If we build a station here, we could serve these windmills too. There we are, there's an idea. Alright, let's take a right. Ooh, we've got another hill. Actually, I think we're going to be best just to rise up there, aren't we? With some of the more modern locos, I mean, we're not right at the start of the 20th century anymore, so hopefully the engines we've got should at least be able to manage a bit of an incline. And the music's gone over to a slightly later era now, I think. I don't think I heard this one last time. Could be wrong. Okay. So what we'll do then is I will make a left here. No, a bit further. Like that. And we'll put the station about there. No, I'd rather have a bit more station next to the food processing plant if possible. Yeah, if you don't know all the songs, keep watching. You soon will. So there we go, we've now got a station in Dublin. And what we can do is, what's this one here? You can tell me what that is? We've got electric signals, which is weird, as opposed to the semaphores, but I don't mind using the coloured ones. Right, so we'll put some signals right there and right there, which just means that the trains are going to have to wait to get in and out of there. And there we are. So we've got probably enough money to afford another train straight away, which is nice. See what we've got. Oh, look, we've got some new ones. A Gresley A4 for 12,000. That sounds pretty cheap for an A4. I like that. Not good for a goods train though. Even I wouldn't do that. And a Black 5. Now that's a good one. That's a good one. 90 miles an hour. Massively powerful and not all that expensive. So that has to be the one for me, I reckon. It's going to cost 10.8 grand, which we've got now. And it is going to be just for grain again. So we'll buy some hoppers. Oh, come on, fast forward. There we are. That is for grain, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't want it to be too much because obviously then this farm over here is going to have a bit too much going for it. So we don't want that. But you're going to wait there. You're going to take a full load of grain. Unload it at Dublin. And that should be... It will be putting this farm, I would have thought, under considerable strain, but as you can see, there's already 20 tonnes of grain waiting. And as I said, I've spotted another farm here, which produces livestock, so if we can just find a food processing plant, then that's perfect. I noticed in the previous video I apologised about 30 times for singing along to the music, but I continued to do it for some reason. But I honestly can't help it. So that's perfect. So we've got basically a train at all times loading in this station, which is perhaps a little bit uneconomical. Right. Well, I like this. This is going well. We seem to have quite a bit of cash behind us now. Go away, go away. So, food processing plants. There's one. That doesn't look like a massive one, but it is quite close to the livestock place. There's also one right over there which requires livestock or grain, although this farm is pretty much spoken for, isn't it? And I've spotted another one. I wonder about trying to supply this one, perhaps. Because it looks a bit bigger. Oh no, it doesn't. It's smaller. Yeah, go on then. I've noticed this livestock farm's up the top of a hill, which is a bit of a nuisance. I'm going to keep them separate, I think. I'm going to keep the lines separate. So that we can... Because obviously then, if I'm to put loads of signals in, I'd have to sort of make it double track and mess around. And trains would get slowed down. I think really, because it's not ever going to grow huge over here in Ireland, I think we're going to be a bit better off just to, yeah, try and keep them separate if possible. This is a bit of a pain. I don't think we can bridge over here. Hang on. No, we don't want it electrifying particularly. So that's a bit of a saving made on there. There we are. I think we do need signals there, but we'll look into that. Now I've got this boring song again. This one's not quite so good as the others. Right, we've gone around the houses a bit with this, and I mean that literally. But there we are, that's a nice handy station. And hopefully it won't interfere too much. Oh, I've done it. Oh, well that's the end of that then, folks. Well, just for the fun of it, and just to make this video worthwhile, we'll keep going. Blimey, so that must have put the company value up no end then. Good, I like the sound of that. Oh, look at that, we've got 22 grand in the bank. Yeah, it's really taken off now, hasn't it? Really has. So let's get another Black 5. Oh, we've got a V2, look at these. I'm amazed at some of the engines they've got on here. They've got a V2, that's quite obscure. Stania Coronation. Ooh, we'll have to get some. I'll tell you what we'll do. Once we've done this, and once we've got a really strong infrastructure over here in Ireland, we'll go ahead and try and build like a really big express passenger train route from Ireland to England or something like that. Anyway, livestock, make it nice and big. We've got a powerful engine too. So you stop there and fill up with your livestock like that, and then go to Mullingar Central and unload it all. Simples. Oh, and I think also, oh no, we might have an accident here because I didn't put any signals in. There we are. I don't even know if you need signals on those. I would have thought so, but I don't know whether the game requires that you do. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. So that, straight away, is going to be making us loads. Or perhaps not quite as much as you might expect. 500 a pop, but you see, it's such a short journey, it's going to really do well, isn't it? Okay, good. So now we need to try and get a bit of a passenger business going on. Oh, look. Some bugger's beaten me to it. Going from Liverpool to Ireland. Well, never mind. What I'm going to do then is I'm going to pause and we'll start a bus service around some of these Irish places, shall we? Dundalk, is that how we say it? Dundalk? To Belfast. That's a nice straightforward one. Got a bit more power behind me now as a business, so hopefully we can face the competition head on. Oh, are we too high? Yeah. Right, a bit of a steep road, but never mind. Unable to create junction with rough road. Oh, great. There. Yeah, I shouldn't be building rough roads really, but never mind. So, a passenger stop over in Belfast, preferably next to their passenger station, although they're going to Londonderry, so that's all right. We might as well connect this place as well. Yeah, this should be all right. At least we've managed to get established over in Ireland before the competition thought of it. In fact, it's probably all the money I'm making over in Ireland that's attracted them, probably. Right, okay, and now we can build a passenger station over here too. There we are. Where's best? About there. Good. Right, let's see if any new buses have been introduced. No, they haven't. So never mind. So let's have one. Look, you can see houses being built there. Another thing I noticed is when you build, like in a valley or something, a train line, I can't see any examples here. Yeah, I can. They build like fences up against the side of the track, look, which I thought was really beautiful attention to detail. Really clever. I do think this game is brilliant. Maybe I'm skewed by nostalgia slightly, but yeah, I thought this was brilliant. Right, do another one, go in the opposite direction, and then we'll try and get that train line built. And because of the distance we're travelling, it ought to be really profitable, although some person's doing it. So mine's not actually the most powerful. It's grown quite a lot recently, but it's not the biggest company. Although Scarlet Transport's doing pretty well. Mine's second in terms of company value, I think, yeah. So we need to press on, we need to keep improving, if possible. What's he doing then? Londonderry, yeah. Is this going to be a station in Belfast? I don't know what he's doing. He's not got a very smart track design, has he? But that's good. I like that. It means I've got more of a chance of beating him. Good. Right, shall we do it then? Where do you think's best? Shall we try and build a station in Belfast before he gets one? Let's put one here. I don't think the general public are going to really like us as a company though, because I've demolished a lot of houses over my time. Right, I wonder if we should make this double track then. Oh no, that's tram track. Oh, we can't do double track then. So we have to build a separate track if we want it. Okay, that's alright. Thank you for telling me. So this is where, you know, the desire to make your company succeed makes things ridiculous, because now there's going to be two literally identical tracks going across the sea here. But that's alright, that's what competition's all about. You can change the type of bridge, but certain bridges affect the speed, not this one though. So the only problem with that is the height limit, so yeah, we're alright. I suppose the cost as well. Some cheaper than others. 333, 340, 387, 395. That's very cheap, but also very slow. So I think we're alright as we were. Which one was it? 340, that's alright. Definitely unlimited speed, yeah. Yeah, I think we were with the best option there. And I think we'll go straight to London, because the extra distance there should pay pretty well. So we're going to go to London. Have I got a train station in London? I don't think so. Well, I'll have to build one then. Okay, this is going to be a bit tedious, folks, because there's a lot of country to get through here, and there's quite a lot of competing companies as well, which are going to be right in the way. But we'll just have to grin and bear that, unfortunately. And it's not going to be a particularly flat line either, I don't think. What do you mean bridge type unsuitable? Okay. Can I change the height of that? Yeah. Yeah, this is where it gets a bit complicated. There we are. Come back up again then. Although it's still, yeah, I mean, I'm trying to go direct here. I don't think that's the best idea, to be honest. Although we should be alright there. Just trying to flatten as much of this land as I possibly can. But it should make us a lot of money once we get going. And I suppose I could build some stations along the way, I suppose. Now, can I build a level crossing into his roads or not? It shouldn't matter. I might be able to get underneath there. Yes, I can. Now this is more expensive, but we'll do it. Tunnelling underground here. So we're going through Birmingham now. It might be worth building a station in Birmingham. What do you reckon? I think so. It can't hurt, can it? And we're going to be going there, so let's speed this along a bit, get some more money. I really ought to check that our vehicles are making money still. So the trains all seem to be. What's the most profitable? Good. It is. It's that hopper train in Ireland. The buses, apart from one at Cambridge, are doing well. I don't think we've got any other vehicles, have we? So yeah, they're all doing extremely well, which is what I like to see. Raise and lower land. Oh, we're gonna have to come upwards, aren't we? There we are. I don't know if this water's going to get in the way. Can I do anything about water? Yes. Right, drain the land. There we are. That's a bit of a roller coaster tycoonism, isn't it, that? Okay. So we'll go via Birmingham, just to make this as optional as we can for the passengers, the good people that will be paying for this service. There we are. And uphill again. I think the hills are alright. You can put inclines on the track without a problem, as long as they're not too frequent. If you put 3 in a row, that's a real nightmare. But I think as it is, you know, just 1 or 2 odd ones, I don't think are a problem really. I do have a London station, by the way, which I will connect to, hopefully. Good. Right, can we get under the, can we get across that road, I wonder? The number of level crossings and things on this line are ridiculous. But that's okay. We can manage. Right, we're nearly there. It's more or less just a straight run now to London. This probably will be the longest line on this map. Hopefully. If I've managed to outcompete my competitors. Right, will I fit under this competing line, or will I have to change my height again? Let's try it. Oh, we've run out of money again. Speed up. At least we've completed the scenario successfully. That's one thing. Yeah, there's really no other option. We're going to have to definitely go under it. Right, lower the land. I mean, I guess this is what they would have had to do, right? In real life, they would have had to dig to get the railways built. So, yes, even though it is a bit annoying and it's not that easily done on here, but it is at least true to life, I suppose. Right, where's that London junction? We've got to get through Milton Keynes first. We can only have one train, unfortunately, because it's a single track. So, that's not ideal, but okay. So, signals there, signals there, and signals there, and that's London. We will put shall we put one at Milton Keynes? Go on then. We don't have to stop at it if you don't want to. Oh, no, don't want that. Yeah, that's alright then. Okay, so it's finished. The line is finished. So we're going to Belfast to London. And of course we all know what engine we're going to have to pick for that. Well, perhaps we don't. We'll have to have a look. So it's between the A4, which has a max speed of 90 miles an hour. Ooh, I don't think that's quite right. Yeah, maybe 90 is the maximum speed in the game, I don't know. But it will have to be the A4, I reckon, for me. Ooh, shush. Okay, so we want some really nice passenger coaches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 coaches, that sounds reasonable, I reckon, don't you? See what that looks like. Oh, it looks big. It's not going to fit in these baby little stations, is it? So it's going to go from Belfast to... where was it? Was it Birmingham? Yep. Where there's absolutely nothing. Nobody in Birmingham. But never mind. Through Milton Keynes to London. And then perhaps we'll do a bit more of an express from on the return trip. Maybe we'll just stop at Birmingham on the way back. Okay, Mr. Mallard, that could be your name. Mr. Mallard. Let's see how it goes. It's not stopping at Belfast first for some reason. I obviously set it in the wrong direction. It's heading for Belfast Woods and yet it's going in the opposite direction. Okay. Just resize this, and in fact we can watch it. Here we go. Right, how many's on board? Oh, more than expected. Over 80. That's great. I mean, it's not full. And I wonder how many were waiting at London. This is interesting. 3. Excellent. Right. So I'm going to keep an eye on that actually, because I'd like to know how much it makes. I called one of the trains Michael, I see. That's a very creative name. Here it comes, through the tunnel. There we go, emerging at Birmingham Mines. All the way from Ireland. It's having no problem managing all those coaches either. Oh, look at that, 8,000. I made 8,000 on that. That's insane. Cool, blimey. It took 19 days for the journey to take place. Wow, that's a lot. Now it's got, the entire train has got 1 passenger on it. That's 1. Crikey. So why would 48 people want to get off at Birmingham? That's mad. If that's what they're going to do, I may as well might as well just cut the Birmingham station, hadn't I? On the way. Cut that and put the Milton Keynes on the way back. Yeah, there we go. So it's an express on the way, and then on the way back it stops at a few more stations and things. So hopefully, if we follow this now, because we're transporting the passengers further, oh, there's only 19 this time though. I was going to say, because we're transporting them even further, hopefully it means that we earn more. It's only going at 60 miles an hour, that's strange. But it does have to slow down on the curves, which is quite good. That means we've done a good thing there by making the line nice and flat and straight. Well, there's still not a lot of activity over in Ireland, is there? It's only mainly me and this swine here that set up this ridiculous wiggly looking railway, which must be really slow and annoying. Yes, good. That brings me joy. Okay, nice. So how are the buses doing over in Ireland? 10 passengers. It's making 350 a month. This one is making 150 a month, so we're okay. It's not so bad. I think what we ought to perhaps do is try to extend this station a bit, possibly even... I was going to say we might be able to extend into Scotland, but perhaps that's not a good idea. Perhaps we ought to go to Londonderry as well. But the trouble is I can't really connect to anything else from Londonderry because it's on its own really, unless we go to Campbelltown, which is 4 cottages connected to no road. So that's just a bit silly really. How many live there? Oh, there are 82 living in this hamlet of 6 houses, or however many. Blimey, they must be overcrowded then. Yes, I don't think there's a lot of money to be made in Ireland. Oh, we've got another one here, Wexford. Oh my word. What would Brunel have thought of that, eh? Oh my word, look at this. It's no wonder, is it, that I'm doing well. I hope I'm doing well. No, this guy's doing pretty well. Well, he obviously knows more about rail building than I do, but I wouldn't have called that particularly smart, would you? Never mind, never mind. Right, so this must be teeming with activity now. Wow, look, it really is. London, there's barely any houses left in London. That's probably why the population's not grown, because there's just more road and train track and teeming lorries than there is houses. That's crazy. Norwich is a bit better, I bet. I wonder if London's even the largest anymore. Oops, towns. No, it isn't. In fact, it's way down the list. It's Old Castlebar that's the biggest, which is in Ireland. Interesting. Oh, very interesting. Right, so we'll connect that then with Belfast. That has to be done. By train, of course. Not the best idea. Right, how are we going to do this then? Yeah, we'll have to go around here, won't we? Oh no, I didn't mean to press that. There we are, that's what we need. We'll just trample over Larne. Won't worry too much about them. There we are. Right. Yeah, I think what we'll do is we'll go around the back of Londonderry. Too close to water surface. Okay, well, we'll drain that pool then. Sorry to everyone that came to bathe there in the summer. I'm sorry, but my needs are greater. And because we've got nearly £100,000 in the bank, I'm not bothered about building ridiculous long tunnels if it means that the trains can run nice and smooth, so we'll do that. Nice long tunnel through this hill here. Come on. And then we'll leave it there, shall we? We'll make sure this is well and truly completed. Yeah, the competition, I must say, to say how incompetently they're building their railways, they're doing better at running a business than I am. It's a bit easier just to raise these up a block, isn't it? There we are. Okay. So we'll keep on these, we'll keep to these lowlands, I think. I think it'll be cheaper overall. And then we'll just pick a fast engine like Mallard, or perhaps I might try the Duchess this time. See what that looks like. Although they're not particularly nice in just the plain black liveries. If only I'd have chosen a different colour. Did I get a chance to choose a colour? I can't remember. But if I had, I wouldn't have chosen black. Not that there's anything wrong with it, of course, but I think could have picked something a bit more like Eleni or green or something like that. Green would have been good because most engines appeared in green at some point. Although I'm not really that bothered, to be honest. It's not the greatest issue, is it, with this? What colour the engines are. Although in real life it did make a difference, because passengers wouldn't have been as willing to board dull looking trains. They'd be more likely to use the railways if they were illustrious looking. There we are. So straight to Castlebar then. There we are. Right, we need it to sort of snake up there a bit further. Out there. Yep, that looks good. That should take us straight in. So that's ended up being quite the long railway, hasn't it? There we are. Good, good. Excellent. And there's a food processing plant there as well, which might or might not be useful at some point. So we need some signals at Belfast. Like that. That's all we need. And then, let's see. A bit of a passenger train then, shall we? Any more that have been bought out? No, it looks like it's still that. So Coronation with 3 carriages. And we will set it there. Start at Belfast and go over here, Castlebar. See if it actually gets some passengers aboard. That will be interesting. 13. What do we get for that? We get nearly 1,000 for that. Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, so we're established there. So Galway, shall we try and connect some road there? That would be good. See if we can't get some passengers from there to go to Belfast. And if they want to, they can exchange at Belfast and go all the way to London. So it's a decent offer, I think. Up we go. And it's not going to let me do that, is it? I wonder if we can just delete that road. We can. Because I think something tells me that a bus travelling on that road is going to be dreadfully slow. I've not done a very good job of deleting that, have I? Right. All the way, please. There we are. Nope, nope. God, what's happening? That one. There we are. Alright, good. So, can I build a bus stop? Yep, there we go. So the bus stop right there. And then another couple of bus stops along here. Yep, that looks good. It's about time they developed some new buses, isn't it? We've not had any new buses invented throughout the whole game. Castlebar. There we are. That ought to do it, I reckon. See if we get any passengers. Hopefully. Oh, we got 1. Oh, and 3. Might be some from Castlebar to pick up. 8. Excellent. Good. Well, that's working well. Very nice. Sheffield no longer accepts passengers. Is that a problem? No, because it's a farm. There's not that many people want to visit farms, you know. My word, look at this. This is insane. What have they done? Well, Ireland... Oh my word, look. This game is crazy. I've never seen it do this before. Look. Wow. Is there a map? Look at that. Wow. So you can see really how impressive this game is in terms of what can be done. Yeah, Ireland looks very, very nice and simple in comparison. Very cool. And there's even some activity. Oh, even Scotland's up at Aviemaw's a hive of activity now. Look at that. Well, there we go. I've got 150 grand. I should never be out of pocket ever again, I don't think. I'm about number 3 on the businesses. This guy's done a lot better than I have. Distance, yeah. What's that? Units of cargo delivered per month. Yeah, he's a lot better than I am. And his company value is huge. He's worth over $1 million. I'm worth nearly $1 million. Cargo payment rates. I'm pretty high for some reason. Although I'm not now. What's happened now? I don't know. Anyway, have a quick look at our profits and then we'll leave it there. So, if you ignore the construction costs and vehicle purchases, we're making a huge amount of money. Huge amount. 149,000 from trains. The buses are absolutely insignificantly tiny, but you have to consider them to be servicing the trains. That's great. And before we end, what's the most profitable train? Let's have a look. It's still this one. This guy here. Yes, I thought it probably would be. It's a nice long way, but not too far. How profitable is that A4? Yeah, that's more profitable at times. Yeah, it's close. It's a close second. Lots of passengers? Yeah, not really. We could do with getting rid of some of those coaches then, really. But it doesn't matter. There we go. Well, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. Do let me know in the comments if you liked this game and want to see a bit more of it in the future, perhaps. Do show your support for it down below. But for now, I think that's all I've got to do on this. We've finished the scenario some time ago. Let's save it, just in case. And yeah, I think that's it. So if that was your first look at Locomotion, I hope you like it. I hope you did. And I hope you buy it on Steam. It's well worth it. And you'll have a lot of fun, I'm sure. Okay, folks, thanks for watching, and I will see you very soon. Cheers, everybody.